The Keynesian theory of determination of national income. What will be the value of average propensity to save when C is equal to 200 at Y is equal to 1000 and S is equal to 450 at Y is equal to 1200. Average propensity to save is equal to savings divided by income. Savings is equal to income minus consumption. In the first case, consumption is given, so income minus consumption, that is 1000 minus 200 is equal to 800. Average propensity to save is S divided by Y, that is 800 divided by 1000. The answer is 0.8. In the second case, savings has been given directly. So average propensity to save is equal to S by Y, that is 450 by 1200. The answer is 0.375. Second problem. Calculate marginal propensity to consume and marginal propensity to save from the following data about an economy which is in equilibrium. National income 2500, autonomous consumption expenditure 300, investment expenditure is equal to 100. In equilibrium, Y is equal to C plus I. Y is given 2500, consumption has to be determined, plus 100 which is investment. C is equal to 2500 minus 100 which is 2400. Here autonomous consumption expenditure has been given. So the consumption equation is consumption is equal to autonomous consumption expenditure plus B into Y. Y is income and B is marginal propensity to consume. 2400 is equal to autonomous expenditure 300 plus B into 2500. By simplifying this equation, you get B is equal to 0.84, which is marginal propensity to consume. Then marginal propensity to save is equal to 1 minus marginal propensity to consume, that is 0.16 is the answer. Third one, an economy is in equilibrium. Calculate national income from the following. Autonomous consumption expenditure is equal to 100. Marginal propensity to save is equal to 0.2. Investment expenditure is equal to 200. In equilibrium, Y is equal to C plus I. C is autonomous consumption expenditure plus marginal propensity to consume into Y. That is autonomous consumption expenditure plus BY. B is taken as MPC into Y plus I. Then 100 is autonomous consumption expenditure, 0.8 is marginal propensity to consume, that is marginal propensity to save is given. Then marginal propensity to consume is 1 minus marginal propensity to save, that is 0.8. Then substituting all the values, you get income is equal to 1500. Fourth problem. Consumption of an economy is given by C is equal to 20 plus 0.6 Y and investment I is equal to 10 plus 0.2 Y. What will be the equilibrium level of national income? Y is equal to C plus I. Consumption is given as a function. So 20 plus 0.6 Y and investment is also given as a function. Substituting the functions, we get Y is equal to 150. That is Y is equal to 30 plus 0.8 Y. Then substituting the values, 0.2 Y is equal to 30. Y is equal to 30 divided by 0.2, that is 150 is the answer. Then fifth one. Consumption function C is equal to 7 plus 0.5Y. Investment is rupees 100. Find out equilibrium level of income, consumption and saving. Y is equal to C plus I. Consumption is given as a function, that is 7 plus 0.5Y. Substituting the values, you get Y is equal to 214. Y is equal to C plus I. So consumption plus 100. Consumption is equal to 214 minus 100, that is 114. In equilibrium, investment is equal to savings. Then the value of savings is equal to 100. The value of income is 214, consumption 114 and savings and investment is 100. Sixth one, consumption function is C is equal to 250 plus 0.80Y and investment is 300. Find out equilibrium level of income, consumption and savings. So Y is equal to C plus I, substituting the function for consumption and the value for investment. 250 plus 0.80Y plus 300. Simplifying the value, you get Y is equal to 2750. Then consumption is equal to 250 plus 0.80 into 2750. You get the value for the consumption as 2450. At equilibrium, savings is equal to investment is equal to 300. So the value of the income is 2750, consumption 2450, savings and investment is 300. Seventh one. If saving function S is equal to minus 10 plus 0.2y and autonomous investment I is equal to 50 crores, find out the equilibrium level of income, consumption, and if investment increases permanently by rupees 5 crores, what will be the new level of income and consumption? In equilibrium, S is equal to I, that is minus 10 plus 0.2y is equal to 50, which is given in the problem, that is savings and investment, which is equal at equilibrium. Then simplifying this, you get y is equal to 300 crores. Consumption is equal to income minus savings, that is 300 minus 50, then consumption is 250 crores. With increase in investment by 5 crore, investment becomes 55 crores. Then substituting the values in the savings function, that is minus 10 plus 0.2y is equal to 55. Simplifying this, you get y is equal to 325 crores. Consumption is equal to income minus savings, that is 325 minus 55 is equal to 270. Then 8th one, consumption function C is equal to 100 plus 0.75y and investment is equal to 1000. Calculate equilibrium level of national income. What would be the consumption expenditure at the equilibrium level national income? Y is equal to C plus I. Substituting the functions and the values and simplifying the equation, you get the value for the income as 4400. Consumption is equal to 100 plus 0.75y. Substituting the value of y, you get 3400 as consumption. In an economy, investment expenditure is increased by rupees 400 crores and the marginal propensity to consume is 0.8. Calculate the total increase in income and savings. Here, to calculate the increase in income and savings, we have to calculate the multiplier value, that is K, which is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus marginal propensity to consume. Here the marginal propensity to consume is 0.8. So multiplier is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus 0.8, that is the multiplier value is 5. Then increase in income, that is change in income, is equal to multiplier into change in investment, that is 5 into 400. Increase in income is 2000 crores. Increase in savings, that is change in income into marginal propensity to save. Here the marginal propensity to save is calculated by subtracting marginal propensity to consume from 1, that is 0.2. 2000 into 0.2, that is 400 crore. 10th one, an increase in investment by 400 crores leads to increase in national income by 1600 crores. Calculate marginal propensity to consume. To calculate marginal propensity to consume, first we have to calculate the value of the multiplier, that is change in income divided by change in investment. 1600 divided by 400, the value is 4. K is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus MPC, which is equal to 4. Substituting the values, we get 0.25 as marginal propensity to save. Then marginal propensity to consume is equal to 1 minus marginal propensity to save, that is 0.75 is the answer. In an economy, investment is increased by rupees 600 crores if the marginal propensity to consume is 0.6. Calculate the total increase in income and consumption expenditure. To calculate increase in income and consumption expenditure, we have to calculate the value of the multiplier. Then K is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus marginal propensity to consume. That is 2.5 is the value of the multiplier. Then increase in income is equal to multiplier into change in investment. That is 2.5 into 600 crores. The value is 1500 crores. Increase in consumption is equal to change in income into marginal propensity to consume. That is 1500 into 0.6. The value is 900 crores. 12th one, in a country, investment increases by rupees 100 crores and consumption is given by C is equal to 10 plus 0.6y. How much increases will there take place in income? That is, consumption is here given as a function. That is autonomous consumption expenditure plus B into Y. B is marginal propensity to consume. Then here on the basis of substituting the values, the value of B is 0.6. This is by, so value of b is 0.6. B is marginal propensity to consume, which is 0.6. Then the value of the multiplier is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus MPC, that is 2.5. Then change in income is equal to multiplier into change in investment, that is 2.5 into 100, the value is 250 crores. 13th one, we have the following data about a simple economy. C is equal to 10 plus 0.75 YD. I is equal to 50. G is equal to T. That is government expenditure is equal to tax is equal to 20. Where C is consumption, I is investment, YD is disposable income. That is disposable income is equal to income minus tax. G is government expenditure and T is tax. Find out the equilibrium level of national income. What is the size of the multiplier? As G is equal to T, budget of government is balanced. There is no excess or deficit. Then Y is equal to C plus I plus G. Consumption function we can take as A plus BYD. Y is equal to A plus BYD plus I plus G. Actually, this value is substituted for the consumption value. Then the value is 10 plus 0.75 YD. Then YD is equal to Y minus tax. Here the tax value is 20. So instead of YD, you have to substitute Y minus tax. Here Y minus tax value is 20. So substituting this value for YD, 10 plus 0.75 into Y minus 20 plus investment is 50 and the government is 20. Then simplifying these values, we get Y is equal to 260. Equilibrium level of national income here is 260. Then the multiplier value is 1 divided by 1 minus MPC, that is 1 divided by 1 minus 0.75. The value of the multiplier here is 4. Here the point we have to understood is disposable income is nothing but income minus tax. So for the consumption function, we have to substitute the value of YD. 14th, structural model of an economy is given. C is equal to 100 plus 0.75 YD, I is equal to 200, G is equal to T is equal to 100. So the government's budget is balanced. TR, that is transfer payment, is equal to 50. Find the equilibrium level of income. Then if the transfer payment is given, then the value of YD is equal to Y minus T plus TR. In equilibrium, Y is equal to C plus I plus G. Then the value of C is given as a function, that is 100 plus 0.75 YD. Investment is 200 and the government expenditure is 100. So substituting all these values. Then YD is equal to Y minus T plus TR. Here Y has to be calculated. T is 100 and TR is 50. Substituting these values for YD, we get the simplified value, that is 1450. Here Y is equal to 400 plus 0.75. Substituting the values for YD, we get 400 plus 0.75 minus 37.5. Simplifying these values, we get Y is equal to 1450. 15th one. For a closed economy, the following data is given. Consumption C is equal to 75 plus 0.5 Y minus T, that is YD. Investment I is equal to 80. Total tax T is given as a function, that is 25 plus 0.1 Y. Government expenditure G is equal to 100. Find out equilibrium income. What is the value of multiplier? In equilibrium, Y is equal to C plus I plus G. Then Y is equal to consumption function is substituted. That is for C, it is 75 plus 0.5 Y minus T. For T also, we are substituting the value of the function T. After substituting all this, you get value 440.91. Then the value of the multiplier, that is 1 divided by 1 minus MPC into 1 minus T. In case if the tax has been given, then the multiplier is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus MPC into 1 minus T. If the tax is not given, then the value of the multiplier is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. Here tax is given, so we are considering the tax. Here tax has to be taken as a function, that is a 0.1. This is taken as the value of T in MPC. 1 divided by 1 minus 0.5. 0.5 is the multiplier which is given in the consumption function. This is B or MPC. So substituting these values, we get 1.82 as the value of the multiplier. 16th one, C is equal to 100 plus 0.80, y minus t plus tr. I is equal to 200, t is equal to 25 plus 0.1 y, tr is equal to 50, g is equal to 100. Find out equilibrium level of income. In this case, y is equal to c plus I plus g. That is, we are substituting the function given for c, 100 plus 0.80, y minus t. T is also given as a function here. So substituting the function for the value of t, and the tr is 50. After substituting and simplifying all this, you get the value of y as 1500. The consumption function is C is equal to 40 plus 0.8 yd, T is equal to 0.1 y, I is equal to 60 crores, G is equal to 40 crores, X is equal to 58, and M is equal to 0.05 y. X is value of export and M is value of import. Here the value of the import is given as a proportion to income level. Find out equilibrium level of income, net export. And the net export if export were to increase by 6.25. Here the consumption has been given as a function. So C is equal to 40 plus 0.8 yd. Yd is nothing but y minus t. T is given as a function. So for yd we are substituting y minus 0.1 y. Simplifying this, we get C is equal to 40 plus 0.72 y. In this case, the equilibrium level is y is equal to c plus I plus g plus x minus m. That is net export. X minus m. X is export and m is import. X minus m is the value of the net export. Substituting the values for this. For consumption, we are taking this value, that is 40 plus 0.72 y. Investment is direct information given in the problem 60 and 40. X is 58 and M is 0.05 y. Simplifying this, we get the equation y is equal to 198 plus 0.67 y. Then 0.33 y is equal to 198. Value of y is equal to 198 divided by 0.33, that is 600 crores. Net export is x minus m, that is 58 minus 0.05 y. Substituting the value for y as 600, we get the value of net export as 28 crores. If export increases by 6.2, that is export value is 58, net export is export minus import, that is 28 crores. If export increases by 6.25 crores, that is already it is 58. If it increases by 6.25, then it becomes 64.25 crores. Then y is equal to c plus I plus g plus x minus m. Substituting the values, we get the value of y as 618.94. Here the only thing what we have to do in the basic equation is we have to change this value. As already we have taken that as 58. Now we have to take that as 64.25. No other changes. You have to simplify this and get the value for the income. Then substituting this value for the import, that is 0.05 y, you get the value of the import as 30.947 crore. Then the net export is equal to 64.25 minus 30.947, which is 33.303 crores. Thus there is surplus in balance of trade as net exports are positive. Then 18th one, an economy is characterized by the following equation. Consumption C is equal to 60 plus 0.9 yd. Investment I is equal to 10. Government expenditure G is equal to 10. Tax T is equal to 0. Export X is equal to 20. Imports M is equal to 10 plus 0.05 y. What is the equilibrium income? Calculate trade balance and foreign trade multiplier. Y is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Substituting the values for C, I, G, X and M, we have to simplify the value for the y. Y is equal to 600. That is, C is given as a function 60 plus 0.9 yd. Investment value is directly given. Government expenditure value is directly given. X minus M, that is export and import. Import is given as a function. yd is nothing but y minus t. Here t is 0, so we are substituting y minus 0. Simplifying, you get a value of 600 for the income. The trade balance is nothing but the difference between the export and the import. Here the value of the export is 20 and the import is given as a function. Substituting the value for y in the function, we get minus 20. That is, the trade balance is negative, so it is deficit. Foreign trade multiplier, 1 divided by 1 minus b plus m. M is a factor of import, which is given as a 0.05. 1 divided by 1 minus 0.9. Actually, b is a factor for consumption expenditure. It is 1 divided by 1 minus 0.9 plus 0.05. Simplifying this, you get a value for foreign trade multiplier as 6.67.